Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I've done something very similar to this with a cube and do this same process. And if you want to take a screenshot of that right there, that's what we need. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with a rectangle. It doesn't really matter what size. I'm going to go ahead and hit P, put it in the center of the page. And then I'm going to go up to the corner radius and I'm going to just type in 5, which is way more than we need, but that way it gets it a perfect curve. And I'm going to make it something even, so I'm going to make it 7 inches. And then I'm going to take an ellipse and make it 7 inches because I want something that I can put into the center that's the same size. So I'm going to hit P. I'm actually going to make a duplicate of that by hitting the plus key, hold down the shift key and select the rectangle, and then I'm going to hit L. And then I'm going to select this ellipse again, hold down the shift key and press that or select that and hit R. Now I have 2 items. Now I'm going to control G to group it. It's really hard to center a triangular type item, but I'm going to show you how. I'm going to double click on it and see by doing this, I can hit the center of that circle. I'm going to rotate it a negative 60 degrees. So I didn't make a duplicate. So I'm going to go Control D and then rotate it a negative 60 degrees. And then I'm going to take this one and Control D and double click and move the rotation to the other side. And I'm going to rotate it 60 degrees. Now, that's not in the center. And actually my circles are a little bit off, but I think I can make it work. So what we're going to do for just a second, I'm going to take away those corners of the circles. So I have a perfect triangle. And the triangle is not very useful right now, but if we take the Smart Fill tool, filling it in, it's going to make a new object. I'm going to go and make it a lighter color. And since it's a new object, I can take my 2-point line and go to the midpoint and then go up to that node. Go down here, see the edge to the midpoint. That gives me the center of that. Now I'm going to come in here and group that together, and I'm going to hit P and look at the difference. So that's not the center, but this is the center. So I'm going to move that down to the center there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and nudge it over a couple of times, and I'm going to group this together. Now, if I hit P, look where Corel thinks the center is, but it's really not. The center is right there. So I can grab that with a 4-point cross and have it snap to there. So now that's the center. Now all I have to do is take my virtual segment delete key and cut away that line. And because I have double lines, it's going to have to take a couple of cuts. If you remember, I made duplicates of that. So go ahead and get away all the extra lines. That little bit doesn't really matter. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool again. I'm going to fill that in. Now I'm going to nudge it up out of the way. I have my indexing lines in the center, so I don't worry about it. Now I'm going to move this one back, and I'm not going to copy it. I'm going to clone it. So I'm going to make a clone of that, and I'm going to nudge one of them up out of the way. And if you look, this is our clone curve. This is our control curve. So I'm going to nudge it out of the way and put this one back. Now I can Control D and make a duplicate and move the center rotation to our indexing lines and rotate it 120 degrees. And then a Control D. Now I can do anything I want to this, and it's going to change all 3 of those. So I can get my interactive fill tool. So I'm going to select that, get my interactive fill tool, and I'm going to come down here and put black, and look at that. That's what it did. And I can put black on that side. That maybe is not the way I want to do it, because now that I see it, I think I want the black right here. So I'm just going to rotate this over, and now I put the black on that corner. And then that way you can kind of see what's happening. And that's really good because it looks like it's going under the fold. Now, to get rid of this, I found out about a year ago, select it all, go up to object and break the 4 objects apart, and then you can get rid of your clone. And then you have this object. And it really looks good. Let's take away the indexing line, put a black box, and it really, I like it a lot better than my first one because it looks like it's the folds of the triangle. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.